Now we are learning about one more type of a transmission of heat energy, and that type of a transmission of heat energy is nothing but what? Radiation of heat. So what we mean by radiation of heat? So to understand radiation of heat energy, so whatever the example which is given in your slide, that only we are going to discuss, and that example is nothing but sun. Sun gives out heat energy or not? Sun gives out heat energy or not? Unmana, Bhavya.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you repeat the question?
Sun gives out heat energy or not?
Yes, sir, it does.
Right. And how heat energy will be transferred from sun to earth actually? In between sun and earth, what is there?
Sir, I didn't get you.
Sun is there, no?
Yes, sir.
Sun gives out heat energy, you said.
Yes, sir.
That heat energy will be transferred to our earth or not?
Yes, sir, it does.
Right. So when it is transferred from sun to earth, in between sun and earth, what is there?
Space.
In between sun and earth, what will be there? Space. Space means what will be there?
Radiation.
In between sun and earth, what will be there? Space you said. Space means what will be there? Unmana,
Sir,
tell
I
me
don't
what
know.
will be there in between sun and earth? Unmana. In between sun and earth, what will be there? Priscilla?
Sir, moon.
I am asking about which medium will be there in between sun and earth.
I'm sorry, sir. Sir, atmosphere or air?
Air will be there up to sun, or air will be there up to certain extent on the earth.
Sir, it will be a certain extent on the earth.
Right, only up to certain extent. This particular air will be there, atmosphere will be there. Maybe you know that in your social studies, you learn about different types of layers will be there on our earth, in which atmosphere will be there. Ionosphere, stratosphere, so few more will be there, like 5 layers will be there. And up to that extent only atmosphere will be there. And after that, nothing will be there. That means vacuum will be there. And when vacuum is there, any medium is there or no medium is there? Vacuum means some medium or no medium?
No medium.
Right. No medium. That means no particles are there when you are saying about vacuum. When no particles are there, whether conduction and convection can happen to have a transfer of heat energy from sun to earth? Can conduction and convection can take place? Or no? Can conduction and convection can take place in between sun and earth?
No, sir.
Why?
Because there is no.
There is no?
Because there is no medium.
Very good. There is no medium. When there is no medium, conduction and convection cannot happen. And when conduction and convection cannot happen, even then also heat energy is transferred from sun to earth or not? Even conduction and convection is not happening, then also heat energy is flowing from sun to earth or not? Priscilla?
Sir, I didn't get your question.
In between sun and earth, vacuum is there. That means no medium is there. When no medium is there, conduction and convection cannot happen.
Yes, sir.
Even then also you are getting heat energy from the sun or not?
Yes, sir.
Right. Maybe you know that in summer we say today's temperature is 50 degrees Celsius due to sun. So like that we say or not? That means heat energy you are getting from the sun or not in summer. Unmana, you are getting the heat energy from the sun or not?
Yes, sir.
Right. So conduction and convection is not happening. When conduction and convection is not happening, maybe one more method will be there to have a transfer of heat energy from sun to earth, and that type of transmission of heat energy is only called radiation of heat energy. And generally this radiation of heat energy will be happened by electromagnetic waves. What type of waves will be there? Electromagnetic waves will be there, and like light will be there. Maybe you know that light is also an electromagnetic wave. That's why only the light from the sun is reaching to the earth, even though in between sun and earth vacuum is there. So now which one you can say as a radiation? If there is a transfer of heat energy from one point to the another point, even when no medium is there, then that type of transmission of heat energy will be called radiation. So if I ask one question like this, radiation requires medium or not? What will be your answer? Radiation requires medium or
Sir,
not?
radiation does not require a medium.
Right. Even though no medium is there, radiation can happen. That means heat energy can flow from one point to the another point, and that too by generating which type of wave? Electromagnetic wave. So this process generally will be called radiation of heat energy. And whenever radiation word comes, you have to remember about sun. Without having a medium also, heat energy can transfer from one point to the another point. Okay. Now generally let us learn about few practical applications of radiation. And heat radiations travel in vacuum and in air just like the light rays. That's why only electric room heaters have mirrors behind the heating coil. This helps in focusing the heat from the heating coil in front of the heater. So even though no medium is there, then also the heat energy can be transferred. So in electric room heaters generally will have a mirrors behind them, mirrors behind the heating coil, and this particular mirrors will help focusing heat energy from the heating coil in front of the heater. So how it is a radiation here? Heat radiators travel in vacuum and in air also, just like light rays. So in air also it can travel. In air also radiations can travel. Without a medium, we are saying, even though air is also there, then also the radiation may happen, and that radiation can be observed in electric room heaters like this. So in electric room heaters, mirrors will be there behind that heating coil, and like light energy will be reflected back. In the same manner, heat energy also will be reflected back as radiations are occurring here. That means heat energy sometimes will behave like a electromagnetic wave also, like a light. And one more practical application is there, which is nothing but solar panels used in households for heating water are designed to maximize the absorption of heat from the sun. So a black metal sheet will be used to increase heat absorption. So for absorption of heat energy from the sun, solar panels will be used, and in solar panels a black metal sheet will be used, and that black metal sheet will absorb more heat energy. And whatever black color metal is there, that will act like a black body. It is not due to color. Generally black body means the body which absorbs the total radiation which is falling upon it. That will be called black body. And generally whatever black color will be there, it will absorb more heat energy. That's why only we are using black metal here. And generally tell me, to measure the temperature of our body, which device we use? To measure the temperature of our body.
Thermometer.
Very good, thermometer. Right, maybe all you know that thermometer will be used. But do you know what device will be used to measure the temperature of a sun? Whether thermometer will be used to measure the temperature of a sun? Can we use it? Can we use thermometer to find out the temperature of sun? Priscilla,
No, sir.
why? Why no? Why? Because the thermometer has to touch the sun to measure it. Whether you can touch the thermometer to the sun, we can't. Why? Because it is at a larger distance. So when it is not touching, definitely thermometer can't measure it. But a few kinds of devices can measure the temperature of a sun. Those are called pyrometers. What they will be called? Pyrometers. And that type of a pyrometer only will be called black bulb thermometer. And that black bulb thermometer will measure the temperature of sun, or will measure the temperature or amount of heat energy by the radiation. So generally black bulb thermometer only called pyrometers, and those pyrometers will be used to measure the temperature of the sun. Okay, so here also that particular device will be using laws of radiation, actually radiation and absorption. So based on that, pyrometer will be constructed. So these are the practical applications of radiation. Now let us try to understand. It is warmer to have two thin blankets than to have a single thick blanket. Because why? Thin blankets we have to use to have a very warm. It is warmer to have two thin blankets than to have a single thick blanket. Why? What is the reason? Go through that questions and tell me the answer. Bhavya,
Yes, sir.
tell me why two thin blankets can be used instead of single thick blanket to keep us warmer.
Sir, because a single thick blanket, like, what do you say? A thick blanket, it cannot give more warmth, but
Why it can't give more warmth? Priscilla, what will be your answer?
Sir,
air between the
between
thin blankets does not allow.
Tell me, Unmana.
air between the tin blankets does not allow heat to pass through it since it is a bad conductor.
Right, in between two blankets, what will be there? Some air will be trapped in between them. And when air is trapped, air is a poor conductor of heat energy. So that's why whatever the heat energy is there for us, or whatever the heat energy is there, can't escape from us. So thereby we can feel warmer when two thin blankets are there instead of single thick blanket. Okay, so two blankets, air between the two blankets. What is there? Air between thin blankets does not allow heat to pass through it since it is a bad conductor. So which is the option here? D will be the option. Right. So few class exercise questions are there. Attempt them and we can close the session. Now again tell me, how many types of transmission of heat energy will be there?
3.
What those three are?
Conduction, convection, and radiation.
Very good. Conduction, convection and radiation. So three types of what will be there? Transmission of heat energy will be there. Now One question is asked related to radiation. So see here, does not require a material medium, is the process of transfer of heat in liquids, is the process of transfer of heat which heat travels in one direction occurs in solids. So what is your option for this?
Does not require a material medium.
Very good. Radiation will not require any material medium. That means no medium is required to have a radiation. So that's why the option is A, right? Next, tell me what is the answer here. Which of the following statements is correct? Metals are bad conductors. Some metals conduct heat better than the others. Heat can be conducted from one metal to the another metal even if they are not in contact with each other. When two metal rods are placed in contact with each other, heat can flow from one to other even if they are at a same temperature. So what is your
The
answer? Which
second
one is
option.
right?
Some
Huh?
metals conduct heat better than the others.
Very good. So all other statements are wrong. Metals are bad conductors. It is wrong. Some metals conduct heat better than the others. That is right. Heat can be conducted from one metal to the another metal when they are not contact with each other. That is wrong. And when two metal rods are placed in contact with each other, heat can flow from one to the other even though when they are at the same temperature. That is also not possible. So what is the option? B will be the option. Right. Next, a polished silvery surface is a polished silvery surface is a good absorber or bad radiator, or good absorber or good reflector, or poor absorber and good reflector of heat energy. So what is your answer? Tell me, Bhavya, what will be your answer?
Sir, I think good absorber and good reflector of heat. Oh, no, sorry. Uh, good absorber and bad radiator of heat.
Good absorber and bad radiator of heat. Okay. Tell me any other?
Good absorber and good reflector of heat.
Good absorber and good reflector of heat. Okay. Priscilla, you tell me. Silvery surface.
Sir, a poor absorber and a good reflector of heat.
Why it is a poor absorber? Silver, you said good conductor, no?
Sir, but here it is said that it is a silvery surface. It's not silver.
Right. It is a silvery surface. So surface can absorb heat energy little bit only. That means it is a poor absorber, but it is a good reflector of heat energy. That means heat energy can flow easily, but it is a poor absorber. Absorber is different and having a transmission of heat energy is different. So it is a poor absorber, but it is a good reflector of heat energy. So that's why, what is the option? C will be the option. Very good.
Okay, sir.
Next, a black body with a rough surface is a good.
Sir, B.
Right. Very good. B is the right answer. It is a good absorber. Just now only I said black body absorbs the total radiation which is falling upon it. It is a good absorber. And when it is a good absorber, it is a good radiator also. So it is a good absorber and good radiator. So B will be the right option for this question. Now, sweating causes cooling by. Tell me, what is the answer?
Evaporation. Evaporation.
Right.
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Sweating causes cooling by which process?
Sir, I didn't understand the question.
Right. Okay, let me explain this particular question later, but let us finish other one. It is easier to drink hot tea from a porcelain mug than the steel tumbler. Why?
Yes, sir. Sir, because I think the porcelain mug is a heat insulator.
Very good. Porcelain is a bad
Heat
conductor of
insulator.
heat energy.
Yes.
So that's why it is a heat insulator. So therefore, you can drink easily from this porcelain mug, whereas steel tumbler is a good conductor of heat energy. So when you are holding it, heat energy will be conducted from that particular steel tumbler to your body, and thereby you cannot hold it very easily, that much easily than this porcelain mug. So that's why porcelain, as it is a heat insulator, that's why it is easy to drink in porcelain mug. Okay, right. So now let us come to this sweating causes cooling by. Sweating means conduction, radiation, convection and evaporation. Tell me, what do you mean by evaporation? Evaporation means what? Generally. Unmana? Do you know about evaporation? Unmana? Priscilla? Evaporation.
So evaporation means the conversion of water from liquid state um, to vapor state by heating.
Right. So liquid state to gaseous state when you are heating it, then it will be called evaporation. Now tell me, sweating causes cooling by whatever generally maybe you know
For
that
evaporation.
evaporation is right answer. So sweating, you generally you will get in summer you will get sweating or not? You will get the sweat or
Yes,
not?
sir.
Right,
Yes, sir, we will get.
right. So when sweating you get, you know that sweating causes cooling. So that sweating causes cool for us because of evaporation. So in evaporation, what happens is whatever sweating you are getting, that liquid will be there. That liquid will be evaporated. So why it will be evaporated? Because of how whatever body temperature is there, that body temperature will be absorbed by this sweating, and thereby it will be gets heated, and it will be converted into that that means it will be converted into vapor, and that means you are losing your heat energy. So when you are losing your heat energy, you will feel cool. So sweating causes cooling by which process? Evaporation process there. So this is about generally today's session, and maybe I hope you understood everything, and let us meet in a next session. Is it clear all the terms? Conduction, convection, radiation. Arna, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Bhavya,
Yes, sir.
Priscilla,
Yes, sir.
Unmana,
Yes, sir.
right. So Vatsala, are you there? Is it clear whatever you listened? Can you give message? Vatsala, before wrap up of everything. Right. So I hope everyone understood all the things, and thank you being with me today. Let us meet in a next session. Okay. Good night,
Okay,
everyone.
sir. Bye, sir. Good night, sir.
Okay, so bye, sir.
Right.
Bye, sir.
Right.